Hello everyone. Okay, now with the if else statements. Now the syntax like this. If the condition, we put the condition here, condition. Okay, if the condition is true, the if body will be printed. Else, this is the else body. Okay, now with some example. Int var1, sorry, int var1 equal 1. Okay, now 1 means true, 0 means false. Okay, int var2 equal 2, sorry, equal 0. Okay, now if var1 printf two, else printf false. Okay, let's see now. var1 is 1, so it is 2, so printf 2. Let's see, we compile it. Yes, it is 2. Now if we put var2 here, var2 is 0, which is false, so printf false, the else state. Yes. Okay, now with the operators, logical operators, var1 is 1, var2 is. Okay, now there's something called and, or, and not, and or not. Okay, var1 and, the and is like this, shift 7 2 times. Okay, var1 is 1, var2 is 0, so 1 and 0 will give us 0, 0, which is false, so this will not be printed. We will print false, so false. Now again, with what if we have 1 1, this will give us 2. Why? Because 1 and 1 will give us 1, which is true. What if I put or here? 1 or 1 will give us 1, which is 2. What if I put 0 here? Okay, 1 or 0, this will give us 1, so 2. Yes, 2. If I put 0 here, 0 or 0 will give us 0, which is false, which is false. Now with the not operators, now the not will negate the whole thing. So var2 is 0, not var2, this will give us 1, so print true. Let's see. Yes, print true. What if var2 is 1 and negate the var2? So not var2, not 1, which is 0, so the condition is false. Else, we will go to else statement, printf false. Let's see. Yes, it is false. Okay, thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with Python, with C operators. Okay, now there's some kind of operators in C, like this. This is the plus or the addition. This is the minus, which is decrement, or the subtraction. This is multiplication. This the division, and this is the modulus. This is, all of these are the arithmetic operators. Now with the logical operators, like and will be written like this. This is and, shift 7. Now or will be like this, not this, shift this. Okay, the not operators like this, shift 1. Okay, now let's make some examples. Int var1 equal 10, for example. Int var2 equal 20, int var3 or int result, sorry, int result. Now let's make the operation here. Result equal var1 plus var2. Let's print it out. Printf result is, this is an integer, so d result. Okay, let's print it out. Clear gcc compile. Sorry, I forget to put \n here for a new line. Again, compile it, run it. Yes, it is results. This is the same. Yes, results 13. Result is 13. 10 plus 20. Now with the subtraction, 10 minus 20, this will give us minus 10. Yes, minus 10. Okay, now let's put multiplication here. Yes, 200. Division. Yes, it is 0. Why it is 0? Because this is an integer value, so the value 10 multiplied by 20, this will give us 0.5, but this is an integer, so 0.5 will be removed. So if I put here float, and one of these must be float to make the, let's see, sorry, f for float. Let's see. Yes, as you see, result is 0.5. Okay. Now this is the the modulus. The modulus var1. Sorry, let's make var2 mod var1. Okay, and let's print out f result is. Sorry, the modulus must be integer. So int here, and here, this is d. Let's see again. Yes, the result is 0. That worked 100%. Now with the logical operators. Now the logical operators, let's start with AND. AND. Now anything. Now with AND, we will use a Boolean values. Okay, Boolean values, either true or false. False. Now in C, okay, in C the true is any number except 0. Except 0. So 0 is false. 0 is false. But any number except 0 are true. Okay. Now with some examples. So 1 and 1 will give us 1. 0 and 0 will give us 0. 1 and 0 will give us 0. Why? Because there's 0 here. So and any number 1 or 1, okay, any number of these operators, the here 1 and the one here, if it is 0, then the result is 0. So 1 and 0, and this is 0 and 1. This will give us 0. Okay. But with the OR, it is the opposite. So 1 or 1, this will give us 1. Any number here, if 1 means true, okay, 1 means true, 0 means false. This is the example. So 1 or 0, this is 1. 0 or 1, this is 1. And 0 or 0, this is 0. Okay. The not is the opposite. So 1 or not 1, let's say, equal 0. And not 0 equal 1. Don't worry, I know it sounds confusing, but all of this will be discussed in the next section when we learn the if statement. Okay, so thank you. Hello everyone. Okay, Now with C, constant. Now from the previous section, this is the variables. So what is constant? Constant, it is some value that cannot be changed. So how to use constant in C? Like this. We have two ways. Either you can put here define statement and put the thing we want. For example, define can, and its value is 50. Okay, now can has a value of 50, cannot be changed. Okay, now let's print it out. Print f. Let's see, this is an integer value, so d here, backslash n for a new line. List here, or list or comma. Now let's put con. Let's see now. Sorry, I forget to put semicolon here. As you see, no problem. Yes, it is 50. Now the other way to do this, by doing inside the main this is outside the main function. This is a pre-processing constant. It's named like this. But if we want to put it inside the main function, we have to do it like this. Const int can, sorry, let's tab it here, can equal 66, let's see, or 4.45. okay, now let's print a float here and the count. Let's see, clear, sorry, there's a problem here. Sorry, I declared as an integer here. I forget that. Sorry, this is float. Now again, let's compile it. Sorry. Now this is constant value, so we have to assign it immediately, like this, 4.5. Okay, change this and do what you, as you see, no problem. Clear. Let's execute it. As you see, 4.5. So in variables, if you remember, we used to do this like this, var, and then var equal 5.6, for example. Now yes, this is right, but we also can use like this, 5.6. It doesn't matter. But in constant, no, this is the only way we have to do it. We have to assign 4.5 to con immediately. Okay, now as you see, after we print it out, there's no problem. Okay, now thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with C variables. Now in C there are some variables we use and some kind and data types. So remove all this and type it again to practice. I know the syntax first looks like it is hard, but no, it is easy, trust me. Okay, int main, this is the main function, must be named like this. Return 0. Tab here to make the program more fancy. Okay, now print f. Sorry. Now this is now how to declare and define variables. Now there is some data type, some types of variables, like int. This is an integer. Double. This is a double value. Float. This is the double, but with this is 64-bit. 64-bit. Okay. And this is 32-bit long. Integer, of course, it is a 32-bit. How long int is a 64-bit. Okay. Just to make more text. Int is 32-bit. Long int is 64-bit. double 64 and floats is 32, and there's something called car. It is a character. Okay, this is 8-bit long, 1 byte, which means 1 byte, and this is 4 byte, and this is 8 bytes, so 8 byte, and this the same 8 byte. Okay, and this is 4 byte. This is 4 byte. This is 1 byte. Every 8 bits needs 1 byte. So 32 divided by 8 give us 4, and 64 divided by 8 give us 8, and so on. Now this is the variables and the data types in C. Now let's try them out. Okay. First thing, we have to declare a variable called int var, for example. Okay. This is how the declaration. The int, this is the data type, this is the name of the variable. Okay. Now let's assign some value to this variable. Var equal 10, for example. Now print out 10 and this variable. How to print it out? There's some syntax to do this. By doing this, I know it's somehow weird, but this is the syntax. You put here the string, as we mentioned from the previous section, hello world, like this. Okay, but I don't want to put this. I want to put the variable. I can't do this. So I can't do this. Var. Why? Because this will give us syntax error. The syntax like this. In double quotation, we put either d, this means this is a decimal, the same as integer value, s, this is a string value, string sequence of character, c is a character, and f is a float. Now lf is a double, okay, which from L from long. Okay, now our variable here is an integer, so what will be d? Okay, now just to make it simple, and a list here. Now print var, semicolon at the end of this. Let's see now. Put \n here, \n to make a new line. Compile it again. Exam C. Sorry, there is an error. Why? Let's see. Print. Yeah. Sorry, I forget to put print f, not print. So let's see now. Yeah, as you see, this is it. Now, how to put some string with it? Var value is. Let's see now again. Compile it again. Run it. Var value is 10. Okay. Now this is an integer variable. Now what if I want to put a float variable like this and I give it 10.5? Okay. Again, compile it. Sorry. Why give us an error? As you see, the percentage d expected argument of type int, but argument 2 has type double. Okay. Why? This is a double or float. It doesn't matter. The double and float the same, but double has more range. Okay. We have to change this and put it f from float. Okay, as you see, var value is 10.55000. Okay, now if I put this double and I didn't change this to, from f to lf, this will give us almost, I think, no, there is no. But if I put it nf, it is better. As you see, it is much better. Because if I put this number, see, this will maybe in a float, sorry, in a float, and print float here. This maybe give us no, there's no. Yes, as you see, the number here is overflow 9999 and so on, but this is the number is 100. But if I put double here, for example, and lf here, let's see, it is the same because the number is too big. It's more small again. The same. doesn't matter. As you see now, yes, no problem. Almost no problem. It's as you see, it doesn't matter. Of course, you will not use such a number, of course. Now, again, let's print car var and var equal. Now this is a character. The character you have to put a single quotation like this, and put the character you want. For example, A. Var value is, now this must be changed to C. C means that this is a character. Compile it again. Type clear to remove the terminal. Run it. The value, var value is A. Now what if I want to print a string? Okay, but inside a variable? It is simple. Just you have to do this car start. It's simple, but we have okay, let's discuss this later in because we will use some other libraries here and some other functions and some other, but it is easy, don't worry. All of this will be discussed later. Now the character, the integer, the float, the double, okay, percentage $C, percentage %S for string, percentage %D for integer or decimal, percentage float, percentage F for float, percentage LF for long float, which is double, percentage LD for long, like this, right? Long int var equal 10 or 100, doesn't matter. Compile it, and then execute it, as you see it as well. Now, thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with switch statement. Now in C there's a statement called switch. So the syntax like this: switch, this is the condition, we open braces, and case something, print all you think you need here. So statements is here, then we type break. Okay, let's see now with some example. And sorry, there's a default case, and the break is mandatory. Sorry, it is optional. You want to put it or not. Now with some example. Now int var, or forget that, car var equal C. Okay, semicolon here. Now switch C, sorry, switch var, we will switch and we will look at the cases for var. Okay, now the first case is A. So let's make it capital. Printf var is A. Okay, \n. First thing, we type break. So while we put break here, the break will stop the case. When the case is true, this switch statement will look for the var. If the value is A here, so we will print this and we will continue executing. So we put a break here to stop the program, or the stop switch state. The other cases, case B, colon here, don't forget, printf, sorry, and var is B, and break. Case C, printf var is C. Break. Okay, what now with the default, if the var here is not A or B or C, so the default will be executed. Default, okay, printf nothing found. \n and colon semicolon here. Okay, now let's see. This must give us var is C. Let's see. Clear. This is GC and this is okay. Var is C. It worked 100%. Now what if I change it to A, for example, A capital? Yes, the var is A. But what if I put A small here? Compile, run again, execute, nothing found. As you see, nothing found. Okay. Okay. Thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with the while loops, we will start with while. So let's remove all of this. So the loops in C: while, do while, for. Okay, let's start while. So with this example, for the example, the syntax is like this: while condition is here. If the condition is true, keep execute the loop. Okay, and the statement is here. Until the condition is false, the loop will stop. Okay, now with this example, int var equal 0. Now while var is less than 5, okay, printf hey, it is var, sorry, it is because it is integer d, \n here, and var is here. Okay, now this var is 0. Now 0 is less than 5, that's true, so print hey, it is 0. Okay, now we have to increase it. Var equal var plus 1, or we can type this var plus plus. Var plus plus, it is the same like this. Okay, let's see now. Hey, it is 0. Hey, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. As you see, it worked 100%. As you see, it is easy, and it is not hard. So what if I want var equal 10? Okay, and 10 is greater than 0. Okay, and this will be minus. Let's see, this will be the opposite, but from 10 to 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, and so on. Okay, it is easy, don't worry. Thank you. Hello everyone. Okay, now with the do while loop. So what is the difference between while and do while? So while will check the condition first, then, okay, this is a while example, this is the previous example, don't worry. Now while will check the condition first, then will execute. If the condition is true, execute. Okay, but the do while is do it first, then check the condition. Okay, now with this example, var equals 0, the syntax is like this: do open braces, okay, put while here with the condition, tab, press, or semicolon is here. So while the condition is here, this will do this first. So printf var is n var. Okay, and here, yes, var is less than 5. Now let's run it. Why is this? It is an infinite loop. Why? Because I forget to increase its value. So var plus plus. Yes, var is 0, var is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what if the condition is false? So for example, var is 20. Now 20 is 20 less than 5? No. In the while loop, not the do while, the while loop, this will not be print anything because the condition is false. But in this, look at this, var equal 20. This we will do this first, then check the condition. Now this will print only 20 and increase its value to 21. Let's see. Yes, as you see, var is 20. We exit from the loop because do it first. Okay, do it first, then check the condition. We do it first, we print it and increase its value. Yes, while var is less than 5. No, var is not less than 5 because is it 20 less than 5? No. So exit from the loop. Now to make sure it is worked and the var plus plus is executed, sorry, let's print its value. So printf and var after loop is, because it is an integer, backslash n here, list or comma here, var. This is after the loop. Okay, after we exit from the loop. Compile it again, run it. As you see, var is 20, var after loop is 21. Okay, thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with the for loop. So the for loop is the same but has a different syntax. The syntax is like this. For, we put here the initialization init, and here is the condition, and this is the increment or decrement. Okay, and then open the braces and do all what you want. So with this example, int var equal 0. Okay, or int var equal 0. For var equal 0, or you can delete the 0 from here. But in some compilers, if you declare the variable inside the for loop, this will give you an error. Some compilers, but the other compilers makes no error at all. So to make sure no error found, so declare it outside and assign its value inside. Var equal 0, var is less than 5, var plus plus. Here is semicolon. Okay, don't forget that. This is the syntax. So printf, hey, it is var. Now let's see what is the result. Compile it, run it. Hey, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the syntax is so easy, and in fact I love or I like the for loop the most because it is easy to use and it is more ordered. Okay, now with this assignment or example, okay, now write a program. It's write a program to check numbers between 1 and 21, that if they are odd or even. Okay, now you can pause the video and try it out, or we will continue. Let's continue. The first thing, we will use loop and we will use condition here. Okay, inside each other. The first thing, we will use loop. Okay, I will start with for loop. So I equal, sorry, not I, var equals 0, 0. Sorry, from 1, we will start from 1, because from 1 to 21. From 1, so var equal 1. Var is less than or equal 21, because with 21 we want 21, so we have to put equal here. Or is less than 22. Okay, it's up to you. So but I will put, to make it more sense, var plus plus. Now inside the loop you have to use the if condition. This loop will let's say put all the start the numbers from 1 to 21. Okay, and here we will check the number if var, which is this number, modulus 2 equal 0. This statement we use it to check for odd or even. So if the condition, sorry, not if the condition is true, which is the var mod 2 is equal 0, which is even number. Okay, now printf even, or let's say number d is even, backslash n here, and it's var here. So the number 1 is even, or number 1, or number 1 is odd. Else, for odd numbers, sorry, let's see, print f number d is odd, backslash n here, and var here. Let's see now. First clear it out, compile, sorry I forgot semicolon here, compile, run. As you see, number 1 is odd, number 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4, 5, 6, and until 21 is odd. That works 100%. Now if I want from 1 to 100 or 2000, as you wish, but this will take a lot of time. As you see, all of these has been printed. Okay, thank you for today. Hello everyone. Okay, now with the functions. So what is functions? Now functions, the main is functions, but it is the main functions. So what is functions? It is simple. We will declare another functions beside main. So the syntax is like this: data type here, name of function. We open, this is the parameters. We open the braces, and if there is a return value, return it back. So return it back. Okay, now with this example, so int func, okay, no parameters here, int function, no parameters here, int a equal 10, return a, oh sorry, yes, return a. Now this is a function, its name is func, its data type, return data type is a, which is int, we return a, which is int, integer, we call it. So I have to call it just func. Okay, this is that I call the function, and this is, but I have to assign it to another variable var, for example, var equal this, and print f, sorry, var. Okay, let's see now. Sorry, clear it. Sorry, compile it. Sorry, as you see 10, print fd, it is 10. Now what if I want to put arguments here? Oh sorry, what if I want to print here, not here? So there's data type. This is the comment, this is the comment. Okay, double forward slash. The comment is something that the compiler doesn't look at it, but it is good for the compiler, it is good for the developers or the programmers. So as you see here, we want to, I want to make void. So what is void? Void is a data type that doesn't return anything. Okay, so I don't have to return anything, and we cannot store the value of function is inside here because nothing is returned. Okay, all I need is to just call the function like this. I call it. Now inside this function I declare a variable called a. I will print it out inside the function. Okay, d from inside the function backslash var, sorry, not var, a, because it is a local variable, because it is declared inside this function. So a here doesn't have any meaning. Now let's see, I call this function. You can remove this if you, but this will not be executed. This, the comment I mean, 10 from inside the function. As you see, this is a void function. Void means that no return back, no return value. So I print it out directly. Okay, just to make sure you are in the right path. Now if I put int here like the previous example, and I print d from the function, it worked, no problem. But the int or the void or any value here means that the value of the return value that we store it inside here, inside the function. Remember when we int var equal func. Yes, this is why void or int, this is the return value only. So what if I want to remove this? Okay, I want to use parameter. What is parameter? It is something we declare it here like this, int a for example. Okay, and I put its value when I call it, like 20. Okay, now I call the function called func. Okay, its value, its return value type is void, which is nothing will return. So I will call it directly without assigning it its value or its return value to another variable. Okay, now this is int a, a parameter we created. It's a local variable we created to print out from the function 20. So this will print us 20. Yes, 20 from inside the function. So we have return value, function with return value, function without parameter, functions with parameters, or function with return value, with or without return value, and functions with or without parameters. Okay, how to call the functions like this, how to declare it like this. Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. Okay, now with the C arrays. Now what is array? Array is a sequence of variables connected and attached to each other. Okay, remember this example int var equal 10, printf var is var, compile it, run it, var is 10. Now what if I want to make variable like this but has some has more elements in it? Okay, like this. This is the syntax of creating array. Int r, arr, which is array, or anything, var, anything you want, any name. 5, which is 5 elements in this array. Okay, equal, we open the braces here, semicolon at the end, and we put the value we want here, 10, 20, 30, 50, 40, 50, and so on. This we created array with 5 elements. Each element is an integer, and we assign its value. So how to print it out, or to print its value, we will do like this. Array 0, this is the 0 index, the 1 index, the 2 index, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Printf r is r 0 is or first element of is as you see, but not we will use the indexing system, and in all programming, or in almost every programming language, with the indexing start with 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the size is 5. So 4 minus 0 is plus 1 is 5. This is the formula. Clear? Let's see the value. We compile it and we run it. Sorry, I forget to put \n here. So again, compile it, run it. Yes, the first element of r is 10, as you see. What if I put 4 here? This is the last element. So last element, the last element of r is 50, as you see. Okay, now what if I put 5 here? So this is will exceed the limit. So as you see, the last element of r is rubbish. This is a rubbish or garbage value. Okay, because this exceed the array to element inside this. So read arbitrary data from the memory. Okay, now to make our program more fancy, so we can print all the elements using while loop or for loop if you want. For example, for loop, int I, for loop, I equals 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Now printf a value is for r li, as you see, array of I 0, I array of 1, of 2, of 3, 4, and so on until 5 is not included. So this is 100%. We hope so. Yes, as you see, array value is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is how we declare an array, and how to assign its value, and how to print its value. Okay, it is easy, don't worry. Now thank you.